I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Why did God release Satan again after shutting him up in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years? Well, this question takes us to the book of Revelation chapter 20, verses 1 through 9, where it is described that Satan himself is bound for 1,000 years in the bottomless pit. The Bible describes Jesus Christ reigning with his saints. It talks about all this incredible, blissful activity. We collectively call this time period the millennium. Why? Because 6 times the word 1,000 years is utilized. But at the very end, in verses 8 and 9, it says that Satan is loose for a little season. He goes out to deceive the nations, and then God judges them by bringing down fire and brimstone. Well, as always, when we have a why question, we're not as concrete as the other questions. You say, what do you mean? Well, we know who is involved, Satan. We know when, after the 1,000 years. We know what, deception. We know where, the nations. But the question is, why? Why would God do this? Well, the best way to answer this question is actually go back into the book of Isaiah chapter 65, where it speaks of this millennial time period, beginning in verse 20 through 22 to 23, and it describes a child being old of age and basically says that earth with Satan bound is a different environment and life is greater and more abundant than it's ever been in days prior. But here's the thing that's important. There will be, of those mortal beings of which are there will be procreation, the extending of life, the expanding of life, and there will be individuals who are born and who are alive when Jesus Christ reigns at the end that have never known any existence other than Jesus on the throne. They've never had to make a decision. They've never had to make a choice, Jesus or someone else. And so I believe the why of this question is everybody must render a decision and a verdict for Jesus Christ. And at the end of the 1,000 years, there are some who've never had that option, never had that choice, never had to render that decision. And that would be why God would allow him to deceive one last time. Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.